6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
The BBC on DRM Digital Radio.
They say that money makes the world go round. BBC World Service follows the financial markets 24/7. Keep up to date with bbc.com/business.
The BBC and Digital Radio Mondiale. Better radio altogether.
At 8 hours GMT, welcome to the newsroom on the BBC World Service. In China, thousands of pupils go back to school in the province of Hubei, where the coronavirus first emerged. Hello, I'm Valerie Sanderson in London.
And I'm Jenny Hill in Berlin, where later today the German Chancellor Angela Merkel is expected to announce a further relaxation of restrictions imposed because of COVID-19. Germany's edging back to a kind of normality. I'll have the details.
Wildlife charities count the cost of donations drying up because of the virus.
This is definitely the biggest threat that we've seen to the conservation world. You know, we've had the real pressure from the illegal wildlife trade, and that is ongoing.
And in Russia, a war hero raises money for pandemic medics.
What's happening now, Zena tells me, is like a war. So many people are being infected and are dying for no good reason. And so many doctors among them, too.
After this update.
Hello, this is Danielle Yarowiecka with the BBC News. Tens of thousands of students are returning to school for the first time in the Chinese province of Hubei, where the coronavirus pandemic began last December. At the moment, only pupils preparing for exams are being allowed back. Robin Brandt is in Shanghai.
Wuhan was locked down on the 23rd of January, and it stayed like that for 76 days. Almost a month ago, the city was opened up to the rest of China and the world. But only now are children getting back to classrooms for face-to-face learning. Senior high school pupils are the first to return. Class numbers have been halved so that pupils have space to sit apart from each other. Temperatures are being taken and recorded several times a day. Schools across China have started a phased resumption, but many younger students under the age of 10 are unlikely to return at all this year.
3 UN agencies have appealed to countries in Southeast Asia to allow ashore Rohingya migrants, believed to be packed into several boats that are drifting at sea. Jonathan Head reports from Bangkok.
When thousands of Rohingyas were discovered crammed on boats in the Andaman Sea 5 years ago, governments in the region promised to prevent it happening again. But after Malaysia imposed a strict lockdown in March this year to address rising COVID-19 infections, it stopped allowing boats full of Rohingyas from landing. The UN is urging governments to act now in order to avoid a repeat of the 2015 Andaman crisis, in which hundreds are thought to have lost their lives. But distracted by the fight against COVID-19 and the severe economic impact it's having, there is little public support now for helping the Rohingyas.
Germany has reported its biggest fall in industrial orders since records began almost 30 years ago. Orders fell by a worse than predicted 15.6%, with exports particularly badly hit.